The new Mexican president is much more supportive of workers' rights, and he wants to raise wages. He has passed a domestic labor law that would implement the best labor part of the existing NAFTA 2.0. If that were ever truly implemented, it could be transformational. For the first time, it would give Mexican workers the right to have real unions, to have contracts that they vote on, not fake contracts, protection contracts that protect the company and lock in low wages. But that legislation has to be implemented. There's a lot of fight back from elite industry in Mexico. But also, after AMLO is gone, the agreement has to have enforcement so that it doesn't get rolled back. That's the mission right now if the tariff sword of Damocles doesn't end up chopping up the whole process, which is Speaker Pelosi has been remarkably strong in the House Democrats United to say to the trade representative, if you get rid of the pharma giveaways and you add the labor and environmental standards and their enforcement, this could be a deal that's worth having because it has that labor organizing Mexico part. It gets rid of ISDS, fixes some other stuff. It's not perfect, but it'll be a step in the right direction. So here, with the prospect of actually replacing NAFTA that Trump said was his top priority to stop outsourcing, what does he do? He blows it up with these tariff threats. The Mexican government has documented that in real terms, Mexican manufacturing wages are down since NAFTA. So workers there also didn't win. Right now, Mexican manufacturing wages are 40% lower in real terms than Chinese manufacturing wages. The same exact U.S. plant moves to Mexico and turns a middle-class job into a sweatshop job. From $25 an hour, for instance, at Goodyear in the U.S. with the steelworkers representing the workers, to $1.58 in Mexico without the safety guides. And when the workers went on strike because of the conditions and low wages, they were fired because they had broken their fake contract that locked in those wages. That is the reality of NAFTA. That's why the agreement has to be replaced. That's why the Democrats are fighting for those changes the Speaker talked about, because the deal Trump signed as is wouldn't stop that race to the bottom in wages and outsourcing, and it would lock in high medicine prices with these new monopoly rights that were added for Big Pharma. But if the monopoly rights for pharma can come out and the labor and environmental standards and much stronger enforcement can go in, it would be worth having a deal like that that also takes out in the investor state corporate tribunals, because the damage of NAFTA continues every week. Every week, another union's being busted in Mexico. Every week, jobs are being outsourced from middle class to sweatshops. Same hardworking folks, the only difference, two countries, one agreement, the rules have to change. ISDS cases still being filed every week. We have got to replace NAFTA. The question is whether Trump will end up basically derailing this process that, despite him, his trade representative and the House Democrats have been working on to try and improve the agreement he signed, to get it to a point where it would be worth having, at least to try and stop some of that ongoing damage, even if it wouldn't be perfect.